cooperative capitalism as a framework for new social values and community structure. The prevailing global economic and social systems are, increasingly challenged by issues of inequality, resource depletion, and civic disengagement. This often leads to what Shimon Winer calls a fascism of capital, where honestly, profit becomes God. In response to these systemic failures, Winer proposes cooperative capitalism, which is a paradigm shift that redefines ownership, governance, and social interaction. This framework, rooted in perceptual constructivism and a rejection of the scarcity myth, offers a compelling vision for a future that's based on charity, transparency, and shared responsibility. It really provides a robust intellectual complement to discussions on emergent social values and community resilience. At its philosophical core, cooperative capitalism challenges the fundamental assumptions underlying contemporary society. Winer argues that scarcity is a myth and that government's true role should not be to distribute it where it doesn't exist. Instead, he posits that humans don't kill humans, policies do, governments do. This perspective aligns with perceptual constructivism, which suggests that cognition actively shapes reality. From this epistemological stance, the proposed reforms are not just economic adjustments, but a conscious reconstruction of societal perception itself. A shift from a focus on individual competition to collective reciprocity. Winer emphasizes charity as the founding value and primary propaganda, arguing that civic virtue is rewarded, not commodified. This biological metaphor underpins the entire system. In biology, isolated cells die. In society, isolated citizens disengage. The health of a system depends on its capacity to share, adapt, and regenerate. Central to this new paradigm is a radical reform of land ownership, moving away from perpetual private title to a model of conditional ownership and civic stewardship. Under this system, permanent private land ownership is discouraged and moderated. Instead, land is held in trust by local governments or community cooperatives, with individuals or entities leasing it based on productivity and/or stewardship scores rather than market value. This score quantifies ecological care, community engagement, and maintenance contributions, incentivizing productive use over speculative hoarding. Excess acreage must be actively used for food production, resource cultivation, or community benefit, with unused holdings subject to trust, conversion, or tax penalties. Ownership is renewable, often under 99-year civic trusts, contingent on continued stewardship. This innovative approach, honestly, aims to honor the mythic truth that land is sacred and shared while offering legal mechanisms to enforce stewardship and equity. Complementing the land reform, a comprehensive tax system overhaul is designed to align economic incentives with communal values. Winer's proposed tax structure features 3 tiers: a high rate of 35% for private solo ownership, with standard deductions, a significantly lower rate of 15% for cooperative group ownership with enhanced write-offs and resource sharing credits, and a medium rate of 25% for corporate shared use models with incentives for enabling group access. This system explicitly shifts tax burdens from mere possession to productive contribution. Those who hoard land pay more, while those who share land pay less. New tax form fields for shared ownership declaration, resource pooling participation, and stewardship contributions reinforce this shift towards accountability and communal engagement. Beyond ownership and taxation, cooperative capitalism actively fosters community and shared resources through several mechanisms. Resource sharing credits, or RSCs, serve as a civic currency, earned by citizens who share internet access, vehicles, tools, or educational materials. These credits are redeemable for public services such as tax deductions, transit passes, or utility subsidies, thereby strengthening community bonds and reducing demand for external services. A corporate reciprocity program provides tax incentives for corporations that enable shared-use platforms, participate in community trusts, or offer open-source access to proprietary tools. Housing protections, including anti-displacement subsidies and mortgage caps tied to community income averages, further ensure equitable access and prevent the financial oligarchy Marx warned of. The success of cooperative capitalism hinges on a profound cultural and educational shift. Transparency is elevated to a new currency. Transparent public revenue mandates real-time publication of all government land transactions, with revenue reinvested into local infrastructure, public education, and health services. Civic forums and volunteer oversight committees are empowered with access to AI governance code, budget allocations, and environmental impact reports, eliminating black boxes and proprietary shackles. Education campaigns, curriculum modules, and public service messaging are designed to promote shared ownership, ecological stewardship, and constructivist civic duty, integrating mythic narrative and scientific metaphor to teach these concepts. In conclusion, Shimon Winer's Cooperative Capitalism and Civic Stewardship Act presents a comprehensive and philosophically grounded framework for societal reform. By reframing land ownership as a shared responsibility, aligning taxation with productive contribution, incentivizing resource sharing, and promoting radical transparency, this model seeks to cultivate new social values and strengthen community ties. It moves beyond a critique of existing systems to offer a tangible blueprint for a future where charity is the founding value, not a marketing slogan. As a perceptual correction, it strives to construct a reality rooted in charity, transparency, and shared truth, laying the groundwork for a more equitable and resilient society.